Hey guys, this is Aziz and it is tech time. Today I'm going to show you how to do a simple calculator using C++, and we are going to use if statements and switch statements, which we learned in the past tutorial, and you can find that on indiedevelopment.co, not .com, and it's in the tutorials. You can download it and watch the video if you want, or you can tag along and see, because it's not going to be that hard, and I'm gonna make it as easy as possible. So let's go ahead and start. Let's open Visual Studio and let's open a new project. Let's go ahead and do that. Make sure you're in Visual C++, select empty project, name it simple calc, and choose a place. We are in the right place. Let's go ahead and press OK. So let's go ahead and start. Right click on source files, add new item and C++ file, and go ahead and name it main. Enter. Okay, we have main right here. So let's go ahead and write our skeleton, which is to include IO stream and to include string, because we are going to use strings. And let's use a namespace std and void main system pause. Alright, so first thing you're gonna do is you have to think about the program before you start it, and I recommend a paper and a pen because that's what helped me the most. First, we gotta think, what are we gonna use throughout our program? It's a simple calculator, and calculators use numbers, so we are gonna choose one of the three: double, float, or int. Int is a whole number, and we want to make sure that we cover everything. So since we're gonna use division, it might be not a whole number, so ints are out of the way. Now doubles and floats. Doubles use more memory, so let's go ahead and use floats, just because they use less memory. As programmers, you have to use as less as you can. So let's go ahead and choose float, and let's name them num1, and let's initialize them to 0.0f to use the least amount of memory, comma num2 equal to 0.0 also f, and that's it, semicolon. And then after it, we are going to ask the user if they want to do addition, subtraction, division, or multiplication. To catch that, to see what they said, we're going to use a string, and let's call it oper. Don't do operator like that, because operator is a reserved word and it will be highlighted in blue as seen in here, and it won't let you do that. It's reserved word by Microsoft. So let's go ahead and do oper like that, or small letters, up to you. And let's initialize it. Initializing is always good. And let's go ahead and create a character also, because I want to show you the two examples, so I'll give you the choice of choosing one of the two. Let's go ahead and start. Now we have to input from the user. We have to know what they want and what are the numbers they've inputted. So let's go ahead and tell them to input a number. Cout double less than and double quotes, then please enter the first number, colon, and then like that, and do cin num1. Then we're going to input num1, then do cout please enter the second number, and do cin num2. And let's go ahead and do cout please choose one of the following, and do a plus, comma, a minus, comma, a division, comma, multiplication with a shift 8, and close the parentheses and leave a space, and then do cin oper. So let's go ahead and leave some spaces in between them, like right in here, and let's go do like that. That's a end line. That's the same as doing like this, end line. It's no different. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we have done the input, and let's go ahead and make sure. You always want to try your code while you're coding, so if you have an error, you know where it is. So let's go ahead and go debug, start without debugging, and even though it won't give us a output, we'll just make sure that our code is running right. Let's go ahead and input a number. Let's go ahead and input another number, and let's go ahead and input an operator, and that is that. Go ahead and press enter. Our code is fine. So just a good way of formatting your code, which I've always learned from my teacher, which is doing comment initialization. That's the initialization part right here, and then you do input, and after it you do processing, and then 2 enters, and you'll do output. That's always the case with codes, except in special cases. But that's always the case with the codes. You initialize the things, and then you input from the user, you do processing, and then you output it. It's just a good way to format it. So after we've inputted this, we want to process it. We want to add it for them, or divide it, or whatever. So let's go ahead and think about it logically. When you think about it as a calculator, you do, if they choose a plus, we're going to do addition. If they choose a minus, we're going to do subtraction. So exactly like you think about it in your head, you're going to code it. So let's go ahead and choose if, and the condition would be if upper is equal to a plus, parenthesis, that's the condition. If it is equal to a plus, let's open and close the brackets just for formatting purposes. Let's do cout num1 plus num2. Now there is another way of doing this. Let's go ahead and create right here a total equals 0.0f, and make sure the total is a float, because if the total is an integer and you try to put a float in it, it will round up the number, or it will round it up, I believe, and it won't give you the exact number. So let's go ahead and choose else if it's not a plus, then let's see if it is a minus. And we can do, with this total, we can do total equal num1 plus num2, like this. You can do either or. This code will output it right away. This code will put these two additions inside total. Most people would want to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this code to show you as an example. So let's go ahead and do else if upper is equal to a multiplication. My bad, let's go ahead and close that. Then let's do total. Now this is one of the codes that I have commented on before. You can do multiplication equal, no, you cannot do that one so far. num2, num1 plus num2. Okay, let's go ahead and do else if upper equal to a division. My bad about this one. You can do it, but I will show you what I was meaning on later on tutorials. Let's go ahead and do total equal num1 divided by num2, and right in here we're going to do else to catch any errors, in case they input something that isn't any of these cases. Then we will tell them that you've chosen the wrong operator. Let's take this end line away actually, and let's go ahead and do right here cout total. So what's going to happen in here, I will ask them for a first number, I will ask them for a second number, I will ask them for a operator. Then this will check if the operator is a plus, then output it, or if the operator is a minus, then put the addition. This is actually a minus, and this is a multiplication. Apologize about that one. And what it will do is it will do this first, num1 minus num2, and the output of that, it will put it inside total, and then we're going to do cout total. So let's go ahead and tell them the total is total, and then put an end line at the end. So with that being said, let's go ahead and run it. So that is it being run, and let's choose 5 and a 5. And now for the operator, let's choose a plus. What happened in here is it did num1 plus num2 is 10, which is 5 plus 5 is 10, and then it went ahead and did this code. Total is still a 0 because we initialized it. If, let's close it and let's do this. Let's not initialize it, and I'll show you the error that you will get. If you don't initialize your number, let's go ahead and compile it and do 5, 5, and a plus. You will get this error. The variable total is being used without being initialized. It is not initialized, it won't let you do that. So that is why you always need initialization. Let's go ahead and take this code, this part off, and do total equal this, and let's make it just like the rest, and I'm going to debug it to show you exactly what is happening inside the code. Just go ahead and press the green button right here, start with debugging, and let's go ahead and choose a 5 and a 7, and let's choose a division. So what happened in here is, now num1 is a 5, total is still a 0, num2 is a 7, and oper2 we have never used it, but oper, which is a string, we use a division. So it will say, is oper equal to a plus? You can see if you stand over oper, it will be a division, so it isn't equal to it. So it will jump over to line 32. It did that. Now it is not equal to a minus, so it will jump over to line 37. Same thing with this one, it will jump to line 42. Now it is equal to this, because if you stand over it, you will see that it will jump to line 44. It's going to do that right there. It did jump to there. Now total is zeros, so let's go ahead and do that, and you can see that total is now changed. If you don't have this locals, you can go ahead and go to debug, and let me see where it is at. It's in the debug and Windows and locals right in here, or autos. You can do that one too. Let's go ahead and press it, and it does the same exact thing. So let's go ahead and step over. It will jump over, and it will do the total is this, and now it outputted it, and then it did a system pause, and the output is right here. So let's go ahead and close that, and we are done debugging this. Let's go ahead and take off this dot. So now we've done this, and let's take the output actually and put it right in the output position, so it is formatted in the right way. So now we've done it with the if, and let's go ahead and press 2 enters right here, and let's comment this code out. We'll highlight it and click on this right in here, which is Control K, Control C. If you don't have that, you can go ahead and do edit, and in the advanced you will see comment selection, so do that, and we are going to do a switch statement instead. The switch statement is very simple, and because we have more than one if statement, more than 4 if statements, we are going to use a switch. Always remember that, more than 4, just use a switch. Just go ahead and do a switch, and the condition would be oper2, not oper, because oper is a string and we'd have to use a different function inside strings. So let's go ahead and do oper2 right here, and this time we're going to use the character, and let's open and close the brackets and do case. In case it is a plus, do colon, and let's type the code right here, total equal num1 plus num2. Now we will do a break. Always remember, break is very important, and I put some pictures up in the tutorial before this for switches if you want to see them. It explains it very vividly. And let's do a minus, and then total equal num1 minus num2, and break it again. and let's just copy this code and paste it right here, and change this to a multiplication, this one too, and change this to a division, and let's make the default otherwise do cout, you've chosen the wrong operator. So do Control A and Control K, Control F, or you can do like before, edit and advance and format selection. It will format everything for you. So let's go ahead and go up and let's see our code. So it will do a plus, a minus, a multiplication, a division, and if you choose anything else, it will tell you no, it is wrong. Let's go ahead and save and then compile. Start without debugging, and here's the code. So let's go ahead and do 5, and let's do 4, and let's do multiplication, and the total is 20. So I will run you the code one by one. So let's go ahead and put the dot right here and press the green button. So now it's asking us for num1. Num1 is 0 still, so now it will display that. Let's input 5, and num1 is now 5. So let's go ahead and go in. Num2 is now 0s. Let's input a 9, and now num2 is 9. Now the upper 2, which is at 32, it has nothing in it, null pointer basically, and step in. Now we will choose substitution because we haven't used it yet. Enter. Now switch upper 2 is a minus now. It will go into line 32. So let's go ahead and see that. It jumped to line 32 inside it, in line 33, which is the code right here. It will do total is now zeros. Now we'll see it right here. It will change. This one will become red. Let's do that. It's -4 now. It became red. Now it's checking the break. The break will get it out at line 34. It got it out and got out to line 72, which will do the output, and then system pause will stop it. And here is the output, which is the total is -4. Let's go ahead and close that. So to uncomment this code, go ahead and just select it and choose this, or like we said before, on edit, advanced, and uncomment. I'm going to format it also. So now everything is formatted, and you can see that we have used a switch and an if, else if, and else. And if you want to do the if, you will choose the string, but if you want to do the switch, you will choose the character, because switches take numbers and characters. So that's a simple tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know, and please like and subscribe. Your question would go to indiadevelopment.co. I will answer it right away. If you have any requests for videos, just let me know. I will do it. And thank you for watching.